we'll look at how do you manage academic references. Okay.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. So at the end of this class, you should be able to explain the reason for reference managers. You should be able to describe reference manager with suitable examples. You should be able to install Mendeley.
Sir, your voice is low, sir. Not much audible.
Slow.
Not much audible.
Increase your volume a little bit more, sir.
Hold on, please. Let me check. Okay.
It's very
Yes,
weak.
I can see that. Okay. Hold on, please.
Now it's okay. Now it's okay. Yeah, good. Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, good enough now.
Thank you. So, excuse me. So as I was saying, at the end of this class, you'll be able to explain reason for reference managers. You should be able to describe reference manager with suitable examples. You should be able to install Mendeley reference manager with appropriate plugins. You should be able to set up library on Mendeley. You should be able to add and categorize references on Mendeley reference manager. You should be able to search using author name, paper title, publication source, and year on reference on Mendeley reference manager. You should be able to create collections and groups on Mendeley reference manager. You should be able to read, highlight, and annotate articles on Mendeley reference manager. You should be able to use Mendeley citation plugin for MS Word. You should be able to import bibliography and citation into text on MS Word. And lastly, you should be able to apply paraphrasing tools. So these, among others, are what we will be looking at in today's session. Sorry, some people are still joining. Okay. Why do we need reference manager in the first place? Remember, in our last discussion, I told you, I think one of you raised the question that must you use EndNotes or Mendeley, or can you use the two, or you can use any of them? And I said, it is actually not a requirement, okay, but it is a necessity because it will make your work easy. Okay, that's why they recommend that you should apply reference manager in your work and while doing your work. And one of the points that makes them recommend this particular tool is that research literature is very extensive and many. So if you don't manage them well, if you don't manage those materials properly, you may lose some of those materials at a critical point. But with the help of reference manager, you can easily classify them. You can put them in different sections. So whenever you get your particular point and you need a certain paper, you can straight away go to that particular section or collection or group. Then you can get the said material from there. Also, it also allows you to, let's say, in this class now, some of you have some kind of common interest in terms of your research, and you want to share some ideas. You can create a group on reference manager whereby researcher A and researcher B can straight away come together and give, okay, these are the materials I have, these are the materials I have. Put everything together in the same group, then both of you will have access to both resources. Then it will boost your research knowledge. So these, among others, are what makes reference manager very, very vital in terms of research. Then to write academic papers. Remember, when you want to write your paper, when you want to submit your paper to journal outlets, there are different formats. Every journal has their own format. Take, for example, IEEE, the way you're going to write article and submit for IEEE is different from the way you're going to write article and submit for Springer. Their format are completely different. So as a result, if you are using, if you are using reference manager, it will really help you a lot to choose the right reference style, especially for for publication. I'm going to show you how this later. Then also to make correction easy and fast. Yes, please, Mr. Abdul Shakur.
Sir, I have a problem because I already wrote the synopsis, the basic synopsis of my research. And what happened is I put in 13 the first time, I got only 1%, this, plagiarism. And again, second time I touched the plagiarism is more because the same mapping, all my old work is there. So what shall I do?
Yes, I will discuss about that in a short while. Okay.
Right.
Yes, actually, the fact that you reference a particular quote doesn't save you from plagiarism. I mean, in terms of the software. Okay, how do we prevent ourselves from this kind of errors? I'm going to show you towards the end of the class.
Okay, that's fine. Thanks.
So now, to make correction easy and fast, so if you take, for example, you change the order of your references, then if you're using a reference manager, it will change everything for you. For example, if you're looking at IEEE, for example, if you want to publish in IEEE, the method of citation, of in-text citation in IEEE is figure, number, index, inside open and close square brackets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So in a situation whereby, let's say you remove or you delete the 5th citation, okay? Let's assume you deleted the 5th citation. With the help of the reference manager, it will update itself. Okay, you don't have to worry. You don't have to now start counting again, and to make sure that everything is in order. So it makes correction easy and fast. Then to manage your work in one place, that's another thing. If you don't manage your work properly, there's no way you will not lost some of these materials. So, but with the help of these reference tools, you can be able to classify the files you want to use for a section of chapter 1, or even the whole chapter 1, you can put it in a particular collection. The files you want to use for chapter 2, you can put them in the particular collection, and so on. So with that, everything will be in the same place. So you can straight away just click, just to open. Then from there, you can get your materials out. Then to achieve your aim and graduate on time, like I always tell you, if you take advantage of these tools, these IT tools, it will make your work faster. It will really make your work faster, because if you don't use any of this, if you are trying to do everything manually, you may be committing some kind of errors. Human error cannot be overruled in this kind of situation. So you have to commit some blunders. Then also you even take more time before you get your work done. So, and at the end of the day, you may get fed up. You may get, demotivated. So you may not really know. You may be asking yourself whether you want to continue or not. But if you have used these tools, you realize that it's easier, it's faster, and you will achieve your goal within the short period of time. Okay, so these are, among others, are what makes reference manager a vital tool in our research journey. Now, we want to talk about reference manager. What are reference managers? A reference manager is a software package that allows researchers to collect, organize, and use bibliographic references or citations. Okay, that's how you can simply describe what a reference manager is. Then we have hundreds of these reference managers. There are a lot of them in the market. So it depends on the one you are comfortable with. All of them are based on the same concepts. Okay, so depending on the one you want to use, we have Mendeley, we have EndNote, we have ReadQ Papers, we have easybi.com, we have Zotero, we have Article Galaxy Enterprise, we have Skywheel, we have Site for Me, formerly known as RefMe, we have Citavi, we have JaffRef, and many others. So depending on the one you are familiar with, or the one you think you want to apply your research, all of them can be used for the same purpose. Of course, with little differences in terms of design, interface, and the likes. So, and features, but all of them can be used for the same purpose. Well, in this course of this class, we'll be making use of Mendeley. Okay. Now, Mendeley It's a free reference manager that can help you store, organize, okay, notes, share, and cite references and research data. Okay, and this particular tool is available on the web platform, desktop platform, as well as mobile platform. So meaning that wherever you are, whether you are with your computer or you are not with your computer, you have access to your list of references or to your libraries. Take for example, this is what happened. Let's say you log in to your Mendeley account through your the one you downloaded, the version you downloaded, you installed on your computer, and on that platform you added a new article. The application will synchronize itself, so it will point to the same location in the cloud. So with that, whether you are accessing the Mendeley through your phone, or you are accessing it to your computer, or you are accessing it, through the application you downloaded, you installed on your computer, or you are accessing it through the online platform, you will still be having your results in real time. Meaning that it will synchronize, it will update itself with your previous data. So that is one of the beauty of this particular software. Then also, what makes this tool actually popular or choice among postgraduate students or our research arena is because, one, automatically generate bibliographies. All you have to do, once you create your intercitation, the bibliography will be generated for you, be included for you. You don't have to be. The only thing is that you have to specify for the first time, you have to specify the location where you want your bibliography to appear. Okay. After that, the next citation, the bibliography will be added automatically. So you don't have to do any other thing. So automatically generate bibliographies. So collaborate easily with other researchers online. Like I said, you can create a group. Okay, you can create a group whereby within yourself you can interact and share materials, you can share data on the same platform. Then easily import paper from other research software. This is, for example, the import plugin that we discussed in the last class. We're still going to see how to use other materials to do, other methods by which you can use to import papers into this particular platform. Then find relevant papers based on what you are reading. So you can also classify your papers according to priority, according to relevancy. Okay, you can do that on this particular platform. Then access your paper from anywhere online. Okay. Excuse me. Yes, good morning. So you can access your paper anywhere online, probably maybe through your mobile phone, through your computer, or even through the web. Okay. Then free academic software, you don't have to pay a dime, it's completely free. Okay, because it is an open source platform. Then cross-platform. It's compatible with Windows. If you're using Mac, there's a version for Mac. If you're using Linux, there's a version for Linux. If you're using mobile phone, there's a version for mobile phone. Okay. Then compatible with major browsers. Whether you're using Google Chrome, or you're using Edge, or you're using Firefox, or you're using any form of browsers, majority of those web browsers are compatible with Mendeley. So these are what makes Mendeley a preferred choice to researchers. Okay? So now I will say that let's look at how this tool really looks like. To install Mendeley Reference Manager, I've given you the steps in our first class, which I believe that majority of us or all of us have done the installation. So if you have not done the installation, please go back to our first slide, go and look at the steps that you have to follow in order for you to get this tool installed on your computer. So for those who have done it, the first thing you will see after you have done the installation correctly, you're going to be seeing an icon. Excuse me. You're going to see an icon like this on your desktop. That's a shortcut. So the name is Mendeley Reference Manager. So when you double click on this icon, you're going to see this interface. This interface, your interface may be different because at the moment it's assumed that you don't have any paper. You don't have any paper in your library. So this place might be empty, no problem. But there are some basic things you have to see. You need to see this panel of all references, recently added, recently read, favorite, my publication, trash, collection. Then by default, you see literature review ref, new collection, groups, and new group. Okay, then here you're going to see a button, add new, then some of these menus and these two buttons. Then towards the right, you'll be seeing your name. You'll be seeing your name, then also some search space, filters, and likes. So this is how your interface will look. But if you have some articles, or probably you have created the Mendeley time ago and you have added some articles and you are still using the same email, the same account this time around, then those articles you have uploaded that first time will be automatically loaded to this application. Okay, but if you don't have anything here, there's no problem. I'm going to show you how we can build our library. Okay, but this is how the interface will look like when you first launch your Mendeley application. Now, having said that, now let's see how we can set up a library. What is a library? This library is where we put a collection of articles, books that we find online that we think that will be helpful in our research journey. Okay, this is where we need to put everything together. So whatever paper you get from Google Scholar, you get from IEEE, you get it from TNF and the likes, you can put everything on this particular library. Then after that, you can now think of how to classify or how to give priority or how to create a collection to segregate some of those lists according to where you want to use them. Okay, so let's see how this can be done. Now, we have several methods by which you can use or apply to set up your library. The first method is that you can go to this button. You can click on this button. When you click on this button, you're going to see these three options. Okay, the first one, assuming that we have downloaded a paper, okay, probably we downloaded this paper from Skyhub or from Google Scholar or any platform, but the paper is already on our system. Then we can straight away use this first method to navigate to the directory where that paper or that article or that book is located. Then from there you can select the material and click add. Then the material will be uploaded and we're going to find this somewhere here. It's as simple as that. Also, you can add it manually. You can add an entry. You can add that particular article manually. Take, for example, you open a site on, let's say you open a paper on PubMed. Okay, PubMed. So, for example, you now see a paper, you have not downloaded it. You don't have to download it. Just copy the DOI. Okay, once you copy the DOI of that paper, and you make sure that you are connected, you are connected to the internet. Just click on this add entry manually, then enter that DOI into the space provided and click on add. This software is so powerful that it will search for that paper online and pull all the necessary details and add it to your library. You're going to see that one in a short while, how that really works. Then if you have some kind of library somewhere that you want to import, let's say you have in a different account and you want to import it into this platform, you can also use this method. Okay, so these are the methods that I can use. This first method that you can use to set up your library. Okay, now another method that you can do, it's straightforward. Assuming you have your paper, you have downloaded the paper on your system, you can just drag and drop it to this environment. Just drag and click click, hold, then drag, okay, to this environment and drop it in. The software will extract all the necessary or all the needed information from that article and add it to your library. Okay, and once that is done, it will automatically synchronize, okay, so that next time when you access your app or your Mendeley reference manager on a different platform, you have access to the most recent update in your library. Okay, so now that is second method. Now the third method is what we used last week through your Mendeley web importer. Okay, that's another method by which you can use to set up your library. So you open a particular browser, maybe you search for a paper, then you get a paper there. Then when you click on your Mendeley web importer, it's going to extract the data of that particular paper on that place. Then you can straight away click on add. Then that select, of course, after you have selected the paper, the reference you want to add, then you click on add. Then before you know it, you find it in here. Okay, those are the three methods by which you can use to build your library, to add references, to add materials to your Mendeley reference manager. Okay. You can also favorite some papers. Take, for example, you come across about 5 articles, but out of these 5 articles, 2 are more interesting to you, or 2 are more close, are more related to your research. So you feel like, oh, this particular paper, I must use them in my work. So as a result, you can make them, you can favorite them. So to do that, all you have to do is just to click on the star icon behind that particular paper. So let's say these 3 papers are my favorite articles. So if I want to favorite them, all I have to do is to click on these 3 stars. And once I click on them, they will turn to yellow color like this. Okay, and once they turn to the yellow color like this, if you look at this place, you're going to see there's a category, there's a directory called favorites. So once this stars change to yellow, that means they are not enabled, meaning that those articles has been transferred to this favorite directory. So if I click on this favorite directory, after these stars have turned to yellow, then I'm going to find those articles inside my favorite directory, something like this. So next time, if I want to just check those articles, I can straight away just go straight to favorites. Then I don't have to search through where the papers are located. Remember, in your library, you can have up to 500, 1,000, 2,000 articles. Okay, so instead of searching through one after the other to know where a particular paper is, then you can straight away you can favorite some of these articles, or even create a collection for some of those articles, depending on how close or how relevant they are to your research. Okay, so this is how to favorite articles on Mendeley. Now, we also have what is called mutable options that you can use to search through your library. Okay, so here you can search. If you look at this, you're going to see search in all references. So you can, if you have a particular author that you want to check his or her article, you can type the name here, then the name will be displayed. If that's not the case, let's say you want to check some articles for the year 2022 or 2021 or 2020 or any particular year, you can straight away type in the name, the year in here. Then as you're typing the name, the library will search through and filter out those articles that fulfill that particular search criteria. Okay, then you can also search through source. Let's say a particular journal is from IEEE, for example, or any of these journal names. You can just type in the name here. Then it will filter it out and also give you the associated results. Okay, so that is what this can be done. So also you can create a group in here at the left panel. You can create a group. This is where you can add your colleague. You can add some kind of material to that particular group and add some of your colleagues so that they can have access to that particular material. And they too can add some material to that group. So both of you can interchange some kind of knowledge and research materials. Okay. Now, you can also create some kind of literature. Let's say you have some articles that you want to add you want to use for your literature review. Okay, you can add them into a section, into a collection name called literature review ref. Okay, this is always there by default. If you like, you can create your own. I'm going to show you how to create a new one. Okay, so let's say I want to add these 4 articles into my literature, as I want to use them in my literature. Okay, my literature review section, that's my chapter 2, right? So I can straight away just check them. Once I check them like this, I click on this checkbox. So once I click on this checkboxes like this, then you are going to see these options. Okay, you're going to see organize, mark as, export, and delete. Okay, but for now, what I want is that I want to move them into my literature section. Okay, so literature collection rather. So I just click on organize. Once I click on organize, I'm going to say add to collection, add to group. If you look at this place, add to collection is enabled, add to group is disabled. Why? Because I don't have any group. You see, I don't have any group here. So that's why this place is kind of disabled. But add to collection, I have one collection, which is literature review ref. Okay, so all I need to do is just to click on add to collection. So once I click on add to collection, I'm going to see what I'm seeing here, the list of collection I have on that particular platform. So the only collection I have at the moment is literature review ref. So all I need to do is to click on this particular checkbox. So once I check this checkbox, then I just click on add. Okay. Once I click on add, then it will move those articles into my literature review ref. So whenever I click on that literature review ref, then it will take me to where those articles are. So if what I'm working on is my literature review chapter, then all I need to do is just go straight to that particular section, click on any of those articles, read them through. Okay, then pick out the point I want to pick from there, then use them in my work. Or probably I just want to check some knowledge. I want to see how some people have done certain work. Then I can read, I'll see what they have done. Then from there, I can see what they have done, then I can report it accordingly inside my literature review. Okay, so this is how to create, this is how to make use of collection under this particular platform. Remember, when you are creating your collection, I'm going to show you how to create a collection. When you're creating your collection, you can create a collection you can create any number of collections. That is one. You can create your collection, but the only thing is that the name must be unique. Okay, you cannot have a repeated name. You cannot have literature review ref here now and create another collection with the same name. No. Okay, so the name must be unique. You cannot have a duplicated name for your collection. Okay, so same goes to group. Now, let's quickly see how this really works. Like I said, okay. Now, like I said, this is what you'll be seeing once you have done your installation correctly. So you just double click on this icon. So once you double click on that icon, this is what you get. Okay, so you have this interface, same like the interface I showed you just now. So here, at the top here, you have some menu, you have your file, you have a grid, you have tools, you have help. Okay. Then you have here, you have hard mail, you have notes, you have library, Then somewhere here you have all references, recently added, recently read, favorites, like publication, trash. Then also you have collection. Inside this collection, I've added additional collections, which I will be adding more just now. So by default, this is what you'll be having. Just the teacher review ref is what you'll be getting. So then you see new collection. If you want to add, then you have groups. So for this group, I've added few groups. So you can also add your own new group. So then if you look at this place, here, of course, you have your name, the name of your account, you have it here. This one is the same icon that will synchronize your account. What else you have added a new paper to this particular platform. Then the dates, the information you get inside this reference is the author name, the year, the title, the source, and the date it was added. And here you see file, whether they have whether the PDF is available or not. Okay, so then you also have some filters, some filter features here that you can use to filter out whatever your results you have in here. So now for the search, let's say I want to search for the year 2020 or 2002 or 2020 articles. I can just say 2020, then I click on this, then to give me all the articles for that particular year. Okay, so once I close this, then it will return back to normal. So if I want to favorite some of these articles, for example, so all I have to do at the moment, if you look at my favorite directory, I don't have anything in there, right? So I go back to my all references, then I want to favorite this article. So I click this, then maybe this one, and probably this one. Okay, so I've favorited 3 articles. So let's see whether we get them inside my favorite directory. So you have them here. Okay, so and again, if I don't need them again, I can straight away come here and click on this, click on the star again, click on the star again, then they are no more my favorites. If I click on my favorite directory, then you can see that they have gone. It's as simple as that. Okay, so now let's see how we can add articles to this particular platform. So I'll go online now. Let's say I want to search for a particular article. Let me just say Google Scholar. Okay, so I'm here. I want to search for an article. I want to download one paper and see how. Okay, let me just look at cybersecurity. Okay, so now I have some references here. Cybersecurity one is please mute yourself. Okay, so now one of them is have some cybersecurity articles here. So if I like, I can straight away just let's say I look at this one, for example. I open this site. Then here I have this article here. So let's say the article is here just about cybersecurity. The information are also here. The bio-hyphen, the number is here. And when it was this information about the paper is here. So I just click on PDF. Let's see if it's available. Now they're asking me to sign in order to get. So I don't want to sign in. So I just close this. Then I can straight away come here, just copy this. Okay, so I copy this, I select this, and I copy this. So when I copy, I just go to my Sky Hub. Okay, so I come here, then I just paste it here. Then I click on open. Yeah, I got a paper. So all I need to do is to just click on this download link. So that will download the article into my download directory. So that's the default directory I've set for my system. So if you have selected your own default directory as your desktop, then you're going to get it in your desktop, depending on wherever you have, So now, in my case, I've downloaded this into my directory. So you see the paper is in here. So I have the paper here. Okay, so I want to add this paper into my Mendeley reference manager, this place. So one thing I do is that I can straight away minimize this. I mean, make it smaller. Then I can just drag and drop it here. Okay, I can just drag and drop it here, but I don't want to do that yet. So I want to use the first method. So the first method is to click on this Add New. So I click on this Add New, and I want to add this file from my computer. So I click on this, then it goes straight to my download directory. If you remember, this is the name of the article, right? So I just click on Open. Now you see it's uploading. And before you know it, it's here. You see it? Even though some information are missing, but at least I have the paper in here. The year is missing, the title is here, the source is also missing, and date, the time it was added is here, and it's telling me that the article is here. So this is one method by which you can use to add your paper into this particular platform. Okay, now let's search for another paper. Let's see another method. Now, let's look at this. This is investigating the impact of cybersecurity policy awareness of employee cybersecurity behavior. So here, I don't have access to, let's say I want to download the PDF. You can see I have to purchase. It's not available for free. So I may still have to go to using that same method. But again, I just want to add the details. I want to add the paper into my platform. So let's see if I can get the DOI number of this article. If I cannot find this, yeah, I got the DOI. So all I need to do is to copy this. Okay, I can copy this, then I can go to my reference manager, click on add entry manually. Okay, so here identifier, you can see XIVID, DOI, or PMID. So in my case, I just use the DOI. So I just enter the DOI in here. That is, this is what I do. I right click here. Oh, sorry, don't have it. Only just Control V here. Okay. So once you do that, I click on this search icon. So once you click on this, then you see the details will be dragged, extracted and filled up for you. So you see the title is here, the author's name are here, the journal, the year, the pages, the volume, the months, the abstract is not here, it is probably not available. So at least you get all the basic details about the reference. So you can click on Add Entry. So once you click on Add Entry, you see it here. That's we had it. Okay, but again, the file is still missing. So you may still have to go and download, and add the file. So how do we now add this file? It's very simple. Before I go, let me just go and add the file, but let me just go and download the article from Sky. So I come here and I copy, I paste the DOI number, then fill out the article for me. Then from here, I can straight away download. So I downloaded the article. So now, after downloading the article, I can straight away add it to remember I've already gotten the details in my Mendeley, but the article is still missing. So I need to have the article in order for me to read it on this particular platform. But if I click on this now, you can see the article is not here. Okay, so now for me to add the article, I need to click on Files. Okay, but for what? Let me be sure that it has been downloaded. Yes, it's not here. It has been downloaded fully. I have it in here. Okay, so now I'm going to come here. All I did was just to click on the title of the article. Okay, when I click on the title, this part will open for me. So I just scroll to where the files is. So here you have files, right? But again, coming, so these are other information, normal information. Okay, now here you see files. So files here, there's a plus icon here. So just click on, why is it going on and off? So I click on this plus icon, then this will open my directory where the paper is located. Then I can click on the article, then I click open. Then you see the paper will be uploaded. Sorry, I think my internet is fluctuating. So it shouldn't take much time, but my internet is quite misbehaving. So that's why. So anyway, once the download is done, once the uploading is done, the article will appear somewhere. Then you have a button here called read that will allow you to be able to read the article on this particular platform. It is almost done. Yes. Okay, so now it's done. So now all you have to do, let's say I close this again, then you see that the article is now, sorry, it's not here. It has to sync. It has to sync, yeah. So now the article is here. So when I click on this, then you see, I now have read. So I have the word read. So if I want to read this article here, and I just click on this button, then that will open the article for me. Then I can read, and I can highlight, I can do a lot of things on this platform. I'm coming back to this particular reading aspect. Okay, so I go back to my library. So anyway, this is how you can add, this is another method by which you can add your article into your library. Okay, let's look at the third method. Okay, so assuming I download a new article from here. Okay, let me share host to this experiment. Yeah, I will share the attendance later towards the end of the class. Okay, so now, assuming that I have a different article, let's see, I have this one. So now I have this, okay? So I just download this one straight away. So now this one is downloaded. So I'm going to add this article into my show from Bibliography. That one I've shown you, I told you that one is, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. We tried it last week, right? It doesn't work, so it depends. But if that doesn't work for you, I give you another method by which you can use it, right? Which I will also be showing you in a short while. Just hold on, okay? Yes. So now this one, I have this article in here. So I want to add it to this place. All I need to do is to just click and drag and just drop it in. And once I drop it, you will see it will start uploading. And before you know it, it's already here. So you have it here. So those are the methods by which you can use. And once you do that, you will see that it actually comes the article itself. So you have the PDF file. Okay, so these are the method by which you can use to set up your library. Okay, now as for the, so we have explored the three. So the last one, which is using Mendeley Web Importer. This one, all you have to do, let's say you are on Google Scholar. I've shown you how to download, how to install this plugin in the last class. So please check the procedure in our previous section. So I click on this Mendeley Web Importer. So internet is I still have it in the slide. So for the first slide, I'm going to send you the first slide again. If you don't have it, just remind me at the end of the class, please. I'm trying to. So now, sometimes if the internet is poor, this may not open at once. So now it's here. So I just click on sign in. So we're asking for my password and my whatever, which I already did. So I just say sign in. Okay, so now that I'm signed in, it's going to extract these references, this list of references. I mean, this result, I'm going to extract some of them and display them here. So all you have to do is to check the one that you want and click on add. So you see, we have about 11 references here. I've added cybersecurity, I've added define cybersecurity where everyone needs to know. Maybe I just need to use, just to ask for a Viva, we need to, no, you don't need this for your Viva. Your Viva is majorly on your work, okay? Your work, your concept, your contribution, your methodology, what you have achieved. That's what you want. But how do we arrive at that point is why you need to use all these tools. Okay. So now, assuming I want to add this particular one, I just click on this. I just check this box. Then I just click on add. Okay. So when I click on add, you see it's adding. Change cybersecurity with the lab. So now it is added to my, remember I added it through my web plugin, right? So let me go and check the one I have on my system. So here, you see it's already here. It's already there. Okay, so this is how, these are the methods by which you can use to add materials of articles or book to your Mendeley platform. Okay. So that is how we have in here. So let's, for collection. So for collection, we have collection section here. So let's assume that I want to, at the moment, I have some articles in here. Okay, so I want to add more to this place. Okay, if I want to add more here, all I have to do is I go to this place, then I choose, let's say I want to add this first one and this one, okay, to my reference. And when I select them, then you can see these icons come, these options show. We have organize, mark as, exports. So I will just click on organize. Then here, in this case, my add to group. Let me just do this way. Let me remove those ones so that you see it clearly. So if you look at this place, I just want to remove all these guys. So I can come here and remove from the collection. Okay, so there are no more here. So now my collection is empty. Okay, for literature review. So now I want to add these two guys into my literature review collection. So I go to organize and I click on add to collection. You can see I have all the list of collections that I have here. I have IT, literature review, management, medicals, my study. Everything is showing. So I just select that of literature review. Then I click add. If you like, you can still add them to different collections. So you can add to 2 different collections depending on what you want. In a situation whereby you want to use particular articles for, you want to use some particular articles for chapter 1 and chapter 2, or chapter 2 and chapter 3. So if you have created your collection as chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, and you want those articles to be in those sections, you can still just select them like this. But in my case, I just want them to be inside my literature review. So I just click on literature review alone. Then I click add. So after clicking add, then I can uncheck this. Okay, then I can go and check my literature review collection. You see, they are in there. Okay, so this is how to add articles to your collection. Now, how do you now create collection itself? Okay, so to create the collection, all you have to do is to come to this collection, this new collection. Okay, then click on it. Just click on it. And once you click on it, you can type in the collection that you want. Let's say I want to create a collection for PhD May intake. So I just say PhD May 2022. Okay, then I press enter. Then it's already there. Okay, so now assuming that I want to add this article to that particular collection, all I have to do is to select this article, then I come to this organize, then I click on add to collection, then you can see I now have PhD May 2022. I just select this, then I click on add. Okay, and once I'm done with that, I can uncheck this. Okay, then when I go back to this particular collection, click on it, then you're going to see the article I just added. Okay, so that is how to work with collection. You can create any number of collections the way you desire. Okay, same goes to group. I'm going to come back to group in a short while, but this is how to work with collection. And if you want to remove this article, it's also very simple. Just select which one you want to remove, or if you want to remove all. Let's say I don't want to remove all. Let's say I just want to remove this one. Okay, all I need to do, just select it, go to organize, and click on remove from collection. Then that will be removed. If you want to remove all, just click on this, then go to organize and click on remove from collection, and everything will disappear. Okay, so that is how to create collection and also add materials into those collections. So that is that on this first phase. So now we move to the next stage, which is collection and group managers. Even though I've shown you something on collection, so it is advisable to use collection or group to make your research findable. Okay, so like we just did, you create a collection and you can add your articles into that particular collection. Yes, please.
Professor,
yes, please.
I just want to ask a question.
Yes,
so
please.
when you have the reference in the Mandarin library, and then you want to put it in the Word,
Yes, I'm getting there. I will show you. Just relax. Okay. So now, yes, you have your references in here, then you create a collection. You can add those articles into those collections just by selecting them. Select the, sorry. Yeah. So now you can create your collection. Then how do you create your collection? You select whatever articles you want to add to that particular collection. Then you click on organize. Then you click on add to collection. Then the list of collections that are available on that particular platform is displayed. Then you can select whichever collection you want. Then you click on add. So once you click on add, the articles will move to that particular collection. And same also goes to group. Okay, but for group, here you need to, you may, like I said, you can share your group with your colleagues. Okay, you can share a group wherever you can share materials, you can share resources together. So how do you do this? All you have to do, you create the group the same way we create a collection. Okay, but there are more options that you can explore on group. All you have to do, you right click on that particular group name. So once you right click on that particular group name, you have this option called manage group, rename group, delete group. Okay, so once you click on manage group, this part will open. This part will open, this particular panel will open. Excuse me. Then from here, you can invite your colleague to this particular group. You can invite up to 25 people to this particular group. Okay, using this particular tool. Then once you invite them, they will have access to that group. Then in that group, you can also add some articles to it. Okay, so that is that on citation and group managers. Then there's another feature called read manager, which I just showed you very briefly now. I'm going to show you more about it. So if you have your article, if you have the PDF attached to your reference, then that means you can read that paper on the platform, on this Mendeley reference platform. So it allows you, this platform allows you to highlight and even annotate the documents. Okay, so meaning that you can highlight certain section of the article, you can add notes to it, and you can even take a quote out of that particular article and put it under what is called notebook. You can make a notebook out of this platform. So using this particular reader manager. Okay, so how you have to do, you click on this article, whatever article you want to read, but make sure that that article has PDF attached. If it doesn't have PDF attached, go and look for the PDF and attach it to it, the way we did in the previous few some minutes ago. So once you click on that article that you want to read, you're going to see this read button in here. So once you click on this read button, it's going to open the article for you somewhere here. So here you have some options at the top here. These are the major options that you'll be working with. So here you can highlight the text. This way you can, this one you can select the text. Here you can highlight the text. So here you can highlight freely, or you can highlight it in a rectangular shape. Okay, and this one allows you to add a sticky note. Okay, something like this. What's the essence of this? What's the purpose of this? Take for example, while you were reading this paper, you came to this section and you see that this particular place you highlighted in green. Why do you highlight the green? Remember, you are still reading, you are still collecting some kind of information. So there's tendency that you're going to read about 50 or 100 papers. So anytime you revisit this paper, you will know the reason why you highlighted this place. Okay, so meaning that after you've highlighted this text, you can actually add a sticky note that, okay, probably you want to use it, or you want to confirm, or you want to apply this statement in a particular section of your thesis. Okay, so then you can add a sticky note. You can change the color of your highlights. You can change it here, red, yellow, green. There are a lot of colors in here. Okay, and also you can even make a note out of this. All you have to do is that after you have highlighted the text like this, then you can just click on it. You're going to see an option to add to notebook. Okay, so once you click on that add to notebook, then here, somewhere here, this notebook tab will open. So if you have a notebook in there already, you can select it and use it. You can select that particular notebook and add whatever quote you have selected here. Or you can just create a new notebook. Okay, you can create a new notebook in here, and whatever you have selected here will be displayed on that particular notebook. Okay, so these are all you can do on this particular platform. Also, whatever sticky note you've put here, this sticky note is referred to as an annotation. So if you click on this annotation tab, you're going to see all your sticky notes under this particular annotation tab. Okay, so even if you click on this place, even without checking any of those articles or whatever, you're going to see all the annotation you have created. Then from there, you can click on any of them, then that will open the article, the corresponding article for you. Same goes to notebook. Even without selecting the article, without opening the article, let's say you have extracted a particular paragraph, okay, and you have added it to your notebook. Let's say after 2 or 3 weeks later, you revisited this notebook and you came across that statement. But you can't remember where you got that statement from. All you have to do, just click on that particular statement, and that will search through your library and pull out the book, the paper for you. Okay? So these are the things that you can do on this particular plan. I'm going to show you how all this thing works in a short while. Okay? So this is what Reader Manager can be used for. Then, of course, towards the right, at the middle, you have this other icons. This one you can use to download. This one you can use it to zoom in. Then, this can zoom in. Then this one you can use to change the orientation. Maybe you want to make the sideways, whatever the view. Okay, so a few other. This one shows the number of pages of the article. Okay, so let's see. Like I said, let's say you want to take this quote, for example, from this article. All you have to do, you have selected this and you have highlighted it. So this highlighting, you can choose any color, any of these colors as your highlight, to highlight the text. And if you now want to add this text into your notebook, all you have to do is to click on it, click on the highlighted text and select add to notebook. Please note, click. I did not say right click. Okay, if you right click, you will not get this option. So just click. Once you click, you're going to get these options. So you have few options that you can even delete the annotation. Okay, you can delete the annotation if you don't need it. Okay, but if you want to copy this particular text or paragraph or statement, you can straight away just click on Add to Notebook. And once you click on Add to Notebook, it will appear here as a quote, something like this. Okay, so this is how it works. But if in your case, remember you don't have any note by default, so there's a button somewhere here whereby you can click the button. The caption of the button is new page. Okay, so all you have to do is just to click on that new page, and you need to type in the title of the page. Okay, at the space provided. Then from there you can go ahead with this. Only then you'll be able to move whatever text you want to take and move them inside this place. Then you can apply in your work. Okay, so let's quickly look at how that works. So we start from group. Now, this is the Mendeley Reference Manager. So for the group, already I have some groups here. So if you look at this place, I have some articles in here that I've added to this group. So in here, if I want to see, let's say I want to share the group information with some people. So all I need to do is just, hold on, something is wrong with my internet. Oh, my internet is behaving. Okay, I think it's back. Okay, so I right click here, then I click on Manage Group. Okay, once you click on Manage Group, then you come to this place. Sorry, my internet is. Sorry, hold on. So, okay, so now here, I'm still offline. Okay, anyway, so if you can see this very quickly, this is where you can see I have invite members. So here, this is where you can invite more members to your group. This is a group which I created some time ago, and here All I need to do is just click on display, then I can send a mail. I just enter their email ID in here. Then from there, I just click on send invites. So they will get, I just enter their email, okay, on a separate line. Then they will get the notification that they can click on. Once they click on it, then they will have access to this particular resources. They can also add, if they have their own, they can also add their own material to this place. Okay, and once they add their own material, we will all have access to the materials. Okay, so this is how to work with group. And if you want to add a group, if you want to add a new group, just click on new group. Okay, then let's say I want to add a group called PhD intake 2022. Okay, just press enter. So, sorry, PhD 2020. So now I have this. Now my group has been created. So if you click on it, it's empty. There's nothing inside. So if I like, I can straight away go to on reference. Then I can add some article into that place. So I just choose any random article. Okay. So I click on organize and I click on add a group and I select this group and I click on add. Okay. And once that is done, once you check this place, it's still syncing. That's why the internet is a bit slow. So once the sync finishes, then you're going to get the articles inside this place. Okay. So that is how to work with group. Okay. And also, if you want to delete the group, the sync is completed. So now I have the articles in here. And again, just like your collection, if you want to remove this, you just click on this place. Then also you can move them back to other references. Okay, then you can move them to collection. Okay, I can also move them to another group. Okay, the choice is yours. You can explore these other ones. You can unflag, unflag. You can export them in any of these, whether you want to export them to Microsoft Word or RS, depending on what you want. So, and if you want to delete them, you can click on delete permanently. So the choice is depending on whatever you want. So that is how to work with group. Okay, so now, having said that, now let's look at the read manager. For the read manager, let's say I want to read about this one. I just click on it, then I come here. So once it comes to this place, 3 tabs are here by default. You have the info tab, which gives an overview of that particular article. Then you have the annotations. This annotation is where you'll be seeing the list of the sticky notes you have added to that particular article. Then notebook. Notebook is where you have the list of all the quotation you have taken from your previous readings. Okay, so for now, I don't have an annotation here, so I don't have it. So I just click on read. Show again which manager. What am I missing? Read manager. Read manager, read manager, read manager. So just click on the article, okay? Just click on the title of the article. Once you click on it, then you're going to see this read. Okay, so this read is all you need. So just click on this read button. But like I said, if the article doesn't have PDF, you're not going to find this video. Okay, so you need to make sure that you get. So I'm going to close this particular tab. Okay, so now I have this one in here, teaching cybersecurity with data lab. So, and again, like I told you, we have some icons here. This one is to select text. This one, you can highlight text, and you can also highlight text rectangle, and this is the sticky note. Okay, this is the sticky note, and here you can choose any color of your choice, of course. And this one is just to show the display, or this one is to download the want. Okay, so now I want to scroll down. I want to see how some of these articles, some of this text. Let's say I read this during each experiment, the user gain exclusive. Let's say I choose this. I click and I select this. Okay, it's going to ask me whether I want to highlight here. I want to highlight. Okay, then I've highlighted. So I highlighted this, but again, if I highlight this, it's fine. If I close this, for example, if I close this, it goes like that, right? But let's say next time I revisited this paper, okay, and I click on read. I scroll down to that place. I'm going to see the highlighted text, but I don't really know why I highlighted this particular statement. Okay, so as a result, I may need to add a sticky note so that anytime I revisit that particular paper, I will know the reason why I've highlighted that particular statement. Okay, so to do that, all I need to do, click on this one, then I can come here, click here, and I can say, maybe, let's say to apply later to verify, something like that. Okay, I just put something like that. Okay, so I just click outside. So now, once that is done, you see this icon as taking notes. And now, if you check the annotation tab, now you're going to see it here. Okay, now let's assume that I want to remember my notebook is here. This is my previous one I've been using. So I don't have any of this text here. So I have about 3 different quotes now. So now, assuming I want to use this text, I want to use it as a quote somewhere, or probably I want to apply it in some of my work. So all I need to do, I just click on it. I click on this, I can choose select, then I click on this text that I've already highlighted, then I click on add to note. Okay, so when I click on add to note, then you see it will apply here, it will display here. So it will display in double inverted comma. So you have, during each experiment, the user gain exclusive use of a set of physical machines for a limited time, which they can access via SQL shell. Okay, so what I'm saying in this sense is that you can extract a quote from whatever you are reading and make a notebook and put them there. Okay, but there is a little issue here. You cannot access this note from your Word site. Okay, but if you must use this, no problem. You can copy the text. Okay, you can copy the text and paste it in your Word. Okay, but this one is just to keep a note of what you have read, or maybe your point you have read, the point you have gathered from this particular article. Okay, now one of the beauties of this is that when it's taken to the note, does it go with the citation? No, it doesn't go with the citation. It doesn't go with the citation. That's one of the issues. But I'm trying to show you something now. One of the beauty of this is that now let's say I close this. Okay, I close this one as well. I can even close the whole mandatory reference manager. It's fine. But anytime I revisit this place, okay, let's say I close this also. I want to see something. I don't even choose any paper here. I just click on the notebook. Remember, I have a notebook somewhere here. So can we make categories of articles in notebook for having literature review, like giving quotation? Okay. Yeah, you can do that. You can have different notes. You can have different title for your notes. Okay, the choice is yours. You can do that. Let me see if I can show you that one now. But again, what I want to show you now is that, let's say I click on notebook. So when I click on notebook, you see, I have all my notebooks here. So in your own case, if you want to have a new notebook, like what you just asked now, you just click here, add a new page. Okay, they give you your title. Let's say I just give you the title for I'm calling this. You can call it, let's say I call it PhD May 2022. Okay, that's the title of my notebook. Okay, So now, assuming that I want to add something to that particular notebook, I can go to let's say I click on this one, I open this, I go to info, I click on read, and after this read open, sorry, my system is okay, yeah, after this read open, then I want to use this particular icon, this particular statement, for example, okay, I want to put it in my notebook, I just highlight, then I click on it again, and I click on Add to Notebook. Then you can see it appears under this particular notebook. Okay, so if you want to see all my pages, click here, and I'm going to see all the pages. So you can do this, the choices, depending on what you want. Yes, Mr. BBBB, right? That's so. I think you raise your hand. Okay, so. And if you want to see my, so what I wanted to show you earlier is that, imagine I open this now, right? So just click on this notebook. Then I know I have this, I know I have this one, I have this as well. So this was opened 2 days ago. Let's say I close, I open this. Then I have some text here, but I don't really know where those text comes from. Okay, I don't know where I get this text from. But I know that I've copied some text in here. So all I have to do is just click on them. Once you click on them, the article will be displayed. So Darul is loading. Already I've seen a broadcasting history of Malaysia, and even where I got this text from. So remember, this was the text I clicked on in 1994, a television broadcast. Something like this. So I have it here. And the title, the article is here. Okay, this is the title, these are the details of the article. So this is how, these are the power of Mendeley. Okay, I can have multiple tabs. Okay, depending on your requirement. It doesn't mean that you must close it before you open another one. And this particular one, let's say I click on this, I want to know where it comes from. It's from another paper. From a different paper, you see it? So, but the paper also open, and go straight to where that particular text comes from. Okay, and the paper is here. The title of the paper is Online Learning Panacea in Time of COVID-19 Crisis. Okay, so click on this, that will take you straight to where it's located. And also, if you do the same thing for the first one, let's say this one is also from the same paper. You can see, and it goes straight to where you pick it from. So you don't actually need to cram or memorize the title or the details of the article. As long as you have picked the point that you want, just keep them under your notebook. Anytime you go back to that system, it will always point to where you get that particular article from. Okay? So, and if you want to go back to your library, just click on this library button, and this will move you back in. Okay? So that is how to work with Read Manager. Okay, so we now move to, yes, please. So can we make this article in notebook for having literature review? Yes, that's what I just showed you now. This notebook also gives citation in text. No, that's what I just said now. You cannot access this notebook inside your Word, but you can access those list of articles. You can access your groups. You can access your collections inside your MS Word. I'm going to show you. That's the next place we are going now. So please mute yourself. So, now, Citation Manager. Remember, if you remember, during the installation process, there's a point, there's a stage where we use this install Mendeley Citation for Microsoft Word. So this is what you use to connect your MS Office and your MS Word file to your Mendeley. Okay, so The process is also stated inside the first slide. So please go and check the first slide in order for you to be able to set up this tool correctly. Okay, so once you have set it up correctly, you're going to have this under your references tab. You're going to see Mendeley's site. Okay, inside your reference tab. So once you have this correctly, then you can straight away make use of it. Now, how do you make use of this? So meaning that how do we insert citation into our MS Word from Mendeley? So the first thing you do, of course, you have some write-up, right? You have written something and you want to look for references to support your claim. Okay, so all you have to do, you have your text here, then you can click on citation, click on references, then go to Mendeley's site, the site with Mendeley. So once you click on this, for the first time, it will ask you to log in. So meaning that you have to use the same username and password you used to log in on the reference manager. Okay, you may need to use the same username and password here. But if you have been logging in often and often, if you have been accessing it often, then you don't have to worry about this. It will just go straight to the citation panel. So, but in any case, just click on get started. So once you click on get started, it will give you the list of all your articles inside your library. You can now select whether you want to pull the citation from your general library, or you want to pull the citation from your collection, or you want to pull the citation from one of your groups. Okay? So once you do that, at the moment I'm using all the references. You can see here, I have all references. So meaning all my references will be shown here. So if I want to cite these two articles inside my article, inside my write-up here, all I have to do is that I select the article I want to cite. Excuse me. Then, based on the number of articles I've selected, you're going to see insert the number of citations, maybe 1 or 2 or 3 or 4. Okay, so once I click on that, for the first time, you need to first put your cursor to where you want those citations to appear. Okay, then also you may also need to select the style you want, the citation style, the format you want, whether you want IEEE format, you want APA style, and many others. So I'll show you how all those things can be done anyway. So after that, you put your cursor where you want the citation to appear, then you click on Insert Citation. Once you click on Insert Citation, those citations will appear there. Then you now put your cursor to where you want your bibliography to appear. Basically, that will appear under your list of references, right? So you can put your cursor there, then you click on this more button. Then from there, you can click on Add Bibliography. Then once you click on Add Bibliography, the bibliography of the first article you added will be displayed there. But you only need to do that for the first time. Next time, all you have to do is just inside your citation, the bibliography will be added accordingly. So you don't have to worry about that. Okay? But basically, whenever you choose any of this article, the intercitation style will be shown here. So you will see how it's going to be according to the format you have selected. But at the moment I'm choosing APA for my APA style, so definitely, so this is in line with APA format. Okay. Now, I selected insert reference. I put my cursor somewhere here. Yes, please. Where is the attendance for? So I put my cursor somewhere here. Then I click on Insert Citation. Then you see the citation appear. So here. Okay. So after the citation is appeared, it's better for you. I use 7 because that's the latest. So whichever one you use is fine, but it's better you go with the latest version, right? So So I put it somewhere here, but I've not inserted the bibliography yet. So in order for me to insert the bibliography, all I have to do is to put my cursor where I want the bibliography to appear. Okay, so to do that, I put my cursor somewhere here, down here. Okay, the next bibliography. So once I do that, those bibliography that correspond with these two references will appear somewhere here. Okay, so then here you can check your citation style. This way you can choose which one you actually want. I'm going to show you that one too in a short while. Okay, so another thing that is very important that is outside this rendering is table and figure intercitation. We want a situation whereby when you have a table, every number of table or every number of figure you have in your write-up must be adequately cited. Okay, you must have, if you have 2, 3, 4, 5 tables, those 4, 5 tables, those tables must be referred to inside your text. You cannot just have a table, just have a table, just have a figure without citing them in your text. So then again, it's not just about putting the name of the table or putting the name of the figure. Okay, you have to put it in such a way that when they click on that table you are referring to, it can easily take them to where the table is located. When they click on figure,
Your voice is breaking.
Sir, your voice is breaking. It's not audible.
I think your internet is
Her voice is not audible. Sir, it is the same sound.
It's still same, still
It is
same.
not audible.
Sorry, my internet is
यकीन मान कर बैठ के घर और कल में कहीं गया भी कुछ परेशानी नहीं भले आप घर वालों से घर पे कोई आ रहा है उसको माइंड नहीं कर एक ही बात है
almost done. So I just speed up a bit. Please mute yourself. Hello, okay. Okay, can you hear me now? Hello.
Yeah.
Okay, so now, okay, thank you. So as I was saying, you will have a list of figures and tables
Still
in your
same,
write-up,
doctor.
your thesis.
Still same,
So these figures and tables
Professor,
needed to
still
be
the same
adequately.
voice.
Please hold on, let me check. Okay, hold on for a while. So what I was saying, what I was interrupted was that you will be using, you will have figures and tables in your write-up. Okay, so as a result, you will need to make sure that you cite those figures inside your text. So why citing those figures inside your text? Excuse me, you don't just write the figure. You have to make sure that when they click on that citation, it will take them to where the figure or table is located. Okay, so how do we do that? Okay, all we have to do is that inside your text, you can have something like, you can have a statement saying that something as shown in figure 1. So how do you now do that? So in front of in, you are going to put your cursor. And before then, you must have the figure that you want to cite. So let's assume this is the figure. So this particular figure, you need to add a citation. So how do you hide a citation to this figure? You right-click on this figure and click on Insert Caption. Sorry, you need to add a caption. So you click on Insert Caption. So from there, once you click on Insert Caption, you're going to have something like this. Okay? Because you want to insert a caption, you can straight away type in the figure number, then whatever caption you want to give to that figure. Then, of course, it's a figure, so you have to select to make sure that it's a figure. Then figure caption always comes beneath the figure. Table caption comes at the top of the table. Okay, so once you are done with that, then just click OK. Once you click OK, the caption will appear. If it is for figure, the caption will appear here. If it's for the table, the caption will appear at the top of the table. So now, how do we now cite this inside our text? All we have to do is that put your cursor where you want that citation to appear, okay? Then you click on this icon called cross-reference. Cross-reference. So once you click on this option called cross-reference, that will open this for you. So what type of reference do you want to put? You have to select. So here I want to insert a figure reference. So you click figure, then you have to select what you want to show inside this place. So in my case, normally we always put just the label and the number. So if it's table 1, table 2, table 3, figure 1, figure 2, figure 3, depending on the number of figures you have. So we can straight away just select only label and number. Then I want to be as hyperlink. Okay, hyperlink in the sense that when you click on that particular citation, it will take you straight to where the figure is located. So that's why I'm using as hyperlink. So here I may have a lot of figures. I'm having just only figure 1 here because I only have one figure in here. If I have 2, 3, 4, 5 figures, all the names, all the caption of the figures will be displayed here. Okay, so the one I want to cite inside my text is what I'm going to select. So I'm selecting this. Okay, then just click insert. Once you click on insert, you're going to see figure 1. The figure itself is the label, and the number, which is 1, is the number. Okay, there's another option here that says if you want to insert everything. Okay, but normally you only keep just the label and the number. So if your reader is going to your paper or your examiner is going to your paper and they come to this kind of thing, all they have to do, once they over their mouse on it, this option will come and say that control plus click. So once they click on control and they click, it will take them to where that particular figure or table is located in your write-up. Okay, so this is how to do table and figure intercitation in Word. Okay, so let me quickly show you how to work with some of these things. Okay, so I will start from the issue of referencing. Okay, so now assuming I have this one I can close. Okay, so I minimize this. Let's say I have a Word. I have a Word document in here. And probably I have, I just say I see something on, let's say, this one I can close. Let's say I see something on, I just search something on Malaysia. And here I have some information here about Malaysia. So if I like, I can, maybe I don't want this one. And let's say I just copy this one. I just need a random text, okay? So I put this text in here. Okay. So now, this text, I want to insert references into it, okay? And my reference is inside my Mendeley, okay? So all I have to do, let's say, I want to insert a reference in here. So I click on this reference tab here, then I see Mendeley site. Okay, so when I click on Mendeley site, this panel will appear. Okay, so it's the loading. Now, the Mendeley site panel has loaded. So if you look at this place where I have my study, if you click on the drop-down arrow, you're going to see how the aspect I have inside the Mendeley application itself. All my references, recently added, recently read, favorites, by publication. And even under the collection, you have IT, HRF, management, medical, just the same thing. Look at the collection that we also created. So whichever one, wherever you have added your reference, you can straight away use any of them. Okay, so in my case, I have like this thing that I used last time. Remember, I have some articles in there. So if I like, I can use any of these. But let's assume that I want to use this one. Okay, I selected this, then it's telling me insert one citation. Okay, so I want it to appear here. Okay, so all I need to do is just click on insert one citation. So when I click on insert one citation, you can see it's already inserted. So I have the citation in here. So, but I don't have the reference itself, I mean the bibliography. So I can come down here. Let's assume this is my list of references. Let's assume this is my list of references section. Okay, so down here, I want to have my bibliography. All I need to do is that I click here and I go to more and I click on insert bibliography. Then it's telling me that your bibliography will be inserted at your cursor location. And I say, and where's my cursor location? Is here. So I just say continue. You see, it will appear here. Okay. So now, assuming that I want to add another reference, this time around, let's say I read through and somewhere here, I want to add a reference. Or even at the beginning of this line, let's say here, I want to add a reference. Or in this place, I want to add a reference. So all I need to do, I click on this place. This time around, I want to add 2 or 3 references. So I selected this, I selected these 3 references. Okay, then I click insert 3 citations. So once I click on that, you see, the citations were added. And again, my list of references were also generated. Okay, so this is how this actually works. Now, if you look at this citation style, we have different methods here. We have American Medical Association, 11 edition, American Political Science Association, and many others. So IEEE is there, Nature is there, Vancouver is there, so, and a few other ones. So depending on the one you want to use, you can straight away choose. And if you want to select another style, just click on this place. Then let's say you had a custom one, you can add your custom one here. So, but for now, I'm using this American Psychological Association 7th edition because that's the one that comes, that's the latest edition, and that's the one that comes with this. If they remove any new edition now, as long as you keep your Mendeley updated, it will keep on updating and do the latest version of these tools. So But in a situation whereby I'm writing for IEEE, like I told you, the style of IEEE is different from APA, from APA. So let's say I choose IEEE, for example. So I just I just need to click on update citation style. And when I click on update citation style, you can see it's updating. Let's go down for a while. This will update, and of course, all these things will change. Then from there, you see the difference. This doesn't use, it's just numbers. So with the number, I don't know why it's taking so long. It should not be so long. Just be patient. It will. Adding error, so I may need to restart. Okay, yes, shouldn't take so long. So I think I'm having some technical issue, but not really. That is how to do. Once it's reload, I will redo.
So, Professor.
Yes, please.
Yeah, so as reviewers, people who do revise, who review our thesis, what do they check in the references there? Which area of the reference do they check?
They will check if they will first check the concept of the paper. So when they check the concept of the paper, they will check your paper, the list of references, whether it goes in line, whether they are relevant or not. If your references are relevant, then it's okay. And how do they get relevancy? From the topic of the papers you have read. For example, now I'm talking about Malaysia information here, but now I'm referencing a paper on blockchain. You can see it's not relevant. So with that, they will tell you your reference is not relevant. And again, as a result, your paper can be rejected because you have not cited the correct articles. Okay, so in terms of reference, again, they will look at your style of reference. When it comes to, if what they are using is APA format, for example, if you look at this place, we have a name, initial, name, initial, name, initial, name, initial, and the last one is this and you have P, and you have the year inside open and close bracket, then you have the title of the paper. Same happens to the next one. You have the name, you have the year inside open and close bracket, and the title and details and the likes. So same happens to the other ones. So you will see that the order is consistent. So if you use manually, there's no how you will not have some errors in some of these references. So consistency is what they always look for. Consistency and relevancy is what they always look for when it comes to examiner.
Okay. Thank you.
So anyway, so this is how this works. Again, I was trying to show you how to change the citation and how it works, but unfortunately, this is not showing. So probably it will work. I mean, let me see whether it's open. Let me just save this and see whether it will open later or not. See, I'm having some issue with my heart. So, so now this is how. Now, on the issue of table, so this one you can straight away do something like this. Let's say I have a table down here. Let's say I have a table here. I just enter a table. So let's say I have a table here. Okay, for this table, I just click this table, then I can right click on this place, then click on insert caption. Then I can say, let's say my table or distribution. Okay, distribution. So of course it's a table and it will be above the selected item. Okay, then I just click OK. So this is my table. So assuming I need a figure, let's say I need one figure. Let's say I just choose any figure. Let's say I choose the map. I mean the flag. So I copy this and I put it in here. That's my figure. Okay. So this one, I can straight away right click and say insert caption. And of course, it's a figure, not a table. So I change this to figure. Okay, if you're using equation also, you can also add it as equation. You have to put Intercitation. So this is my figure, and I can say Malaysia map or flag. Okay, so of course to be below the selected item. So I click OK. So now I have the caption for this image as well as the caption for this table. So if I want to reference this inside my text, I can straight away say, let's say I just say something here like, I can say, as shown in where I leave my cursor there, and I go to references, and I click on cross-reference. Then I want to use figure, so I can come here, then scroll down, then choose figure. Okay, then here I can select what did I want. I want just only the label and number. Okay, then I also insert this as a hyperlink, and this is what I want to insert. That's what I want to link. Then I click insert. So when I click insert, you see it's now here. So if I want to, let's say I'm reading your work, then I want to see where this is, I can click Control and click, and that will take the cursor to where the picture is. Okay? You click on Control and you click on this, and that will take you there. Okay? So if it were to be table, so let's say for this table, I can say so shows whatever I want to show. So I want to say table 1, for example. I want to say table 1 shows something like that. So I can straight away say something like this. Then I click on, I put my cursor there. Then I go to cross reference. Then I choose table. Okay. Then I chose just the label and number. Okay. Then I choose the table that I want to ref. Then I click insert. Then you can see now I have table 1 shows whatever I want to put. So if you click on this table, you press on Control and you click on it, it will take you to where the table is located. So this particular aspect is very, very important. So that is how you can insert. That's how you can do Intercitation for your table and figures. Okay, so having said that, this one is here now. Let's see whether I can change it. Let's see if it's going to work. Otherwise, it just so you see it has updated. I can see now I have 1, now I have 2 to 4. And if you look at my list of bibliography, it has now changed to different methods, different formats. Okay, this is one of the beauty of it. You don't have the fact that you have written your work using APA style. I want to convert it to IEEE style. All you have to do is just come here and change the style. Then it will update itself. You don't have to worry yourself about all this. Okay, now let's assume that I delete this reference. Okay, if I delete this reference, it will update itself and it will update this particular ones as well. So this is how to work with all this in-text citation using Mendeley. Finally, because of time, I've already overspent my time because of the internet issue. So I will speed up a bit. There's something called paraphrasing, which will address your first question you asked earlier at the beginning of the class. Paraphrasing to paraphrase can be described as a statement that expresses something that somebody had written or said using different words, especially in order to make it easier to understand. Sometimes look at the quote we take from the paper. You may want to use that same quote in your writing. You cannot put that quote, even if you put the quote like that and you put the citation of that particular person or that particular paper in there. If you run a plagiarism test on your article, it's still going to tell you that you have plagiarized that text. Okay, so all you have to do is once you copy that kind of text, you need to paraphrase. Once you paraphrase, then you still have to reference. Okay, so doing that, you'll be saving yourself from the plagiarism test from the software side, and also from examiner parts. Because when they read a particular idea that they know that it's not yours, and they know that you have already referenced it, it's okay. Then when they run your thesis or your dissertation on this Turnitin application, the plagiarism level will also be minimal. Okay, percentage will be minimal. So that is why you need to use this kind of tools. So these paraphrasing tools help to rewrite articles and essay online. Then also paraphrasing tools are able to prevent plagiarism by rephrasing sentences. It changes synonyms sentences to make the paraphrased content removed from the original context. Okay, we have many of them. Okay, you can use Bibliography, paraphrase online, Springboard. I use duplicate checker, I use Google paraphrase, and many others. So, but for this case, I will use Springboard for you. So all you have to do is that you go to this site called springboard.com. Okay, once you get there, once you open it, the text that you want to paraphrase, you don't have to sign up. If you want to sign up, no problem, it's for free. But if you don't want to sign up, it's also fine. It can allow you to rewrite or paraphrase up to 10,000 words at once. Okay, so all you have to do is to paste the text in here. Okay, you paste the text in here, and once you paste the text in here, then you click on this right button arrow. Okay, then from there, the paraphrased text will be displayed here. But the issue here is that you have to make sure that the concept, the message you are trying to pass, doesn't change. Okay, so meaning that you have to read it through to be sure that yes, the message you are passing, it doesn't change the concept of what you are, of the kind of message you are trying to pass. So, for example, I want to paraphrase this text, for example. So I enter the text in here, and that button is here. So if you hover your mouse on it, you're going to see spin it. So you click on this button, and once you click on this button, then this guy will happen. So all you have to do is just to drag this arrow, this round button towards the right, so that this icon will fit into this space. Once that is done, then the text will change, and you're going to get the paraphrased text. In here, you can also ignore certain words. Okay? If you don't want certain words to change, you can list them in here. If you don't want certain words to change in terms of capitalize, let's say the first letter, you don't want it to change, then you can add those words somewhere here. You can specify those words somewhere here. Okay, and once you do that, once you spin the words, once you spin your text, it will not affect those words that you have specified. Okay, so and with this, you are going to save yourself. You'll be having a low level of plagiarized percentage from Turnitin. Then also, you still have to reference that text. So with that, you will not be violating the plagiarism. You will not be committing the plagiarism offense based from the examiner view as well from the software view. Okay, so that's why this is very important. Yes, please.
Springboard is free from plagiarism.
Yes, no.
You cannot get it.
It's only allow you to paraphrase.
Paraphrase, yeah.
Yes. we used to paraphrase. And when you paraphrase, of course, after you paraphrase your text and they run your text in using anything, then the plagiarism test the plagiarism percentage will drop down, will be reduced, because you have already rewritten the text.
Written the text, okay.
So that's one of the beauty of that particular tool.
I love this Springboard. It's my first time to learn it. Thank you very much.
So it's very simple to use. So all you have to do, you just go to springboard.com. So you come here, you go to springboard.com, and that will open this place for you. Then from there, you can enter your text in here. Then once you enter your text in here, it's telling me that Hub Broker, I think this is because of my antivirus, so I just have to enable. Then from there, I will be able to work. Okay, so if you have this kind of issue, make sure you set your ad blocker inside your antivirus or whatever, and so that otherwise you will not be able to use. Okay,
Professor,
so once, yes,
Professor,
please.
how do I install the Springboard in my computer?
You don't have to install. You just go to this link. It's a web.
Oh.
You don't have to install. Just go to the link,
Okay.
springboard.com. Then from there, you just paste your word here, then copy whatever you want, then take it out.
Okay.
You don't have to install.
I just have to sign in.
You don't have to sign in.
Oh.
Just open the link.
Yeah.
Just open the link, and from there you can use it.
All right. Thank you very much.
So it's as simple as that. But if you want to sign up, it's also fine. There's a provision for that, where you can actually register. Okay, if you want to sign up, you can register here. Okay, the choice is yours, but it is not mandatory. But if you want, you can do. Okay, so that is that on this one. So now we have completed the application part of this course. So if you have any issue or you want to learn more about what we have been discussing so far, you can check these links. Okay, you can go through these links. There are some short video links there. There's some short messages there that you could also, where you can get more information about what we have been discussing so far. So please, and also if you have any issue, please, you can always reach out to me. Starting from next week, we are going to statistical analysis. Okay, so on that note, we have come to the end of today's section. I'm going to share the attendance link now. So you can please try to fill up and submit. Okay, so if you have any question, please let me have them. No, if you have any question, please let me have them.
No, I just want to thank you because me have learned a lot today.
Thank you, thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you. I'm sorry my internet was misbehaving hard to delay for a while. So thank you and stay safe. See you again next week. Okay, so bye.
Could you wait so we can get the attendance list?
Yes, I've already posted it in the group.
In the group or in the chat?
I've already posted it in the chat box. Just click on the link.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. So Mr. Abdul Shukur, I've answered your question, right?
Yeah, because because Sai, my item is coming back again. So how will
Yeah, what is back?
In Turnitin, what happened is, I checked my data and
Yes.
I uploaded that one. That's only 1 or 2% plagiarism. Then the second time I'm checking, the plagiarism is going more because maybe my same data is somewhere in the system and it's again showing the same thing.
No, sometimes if your file is stored in a repository, okay, always point to that repository. So all you have to do is to tell the admin of that particular account to delete your file, a copy of your file from that repository.
Okay.
But again, there's a way we normally use to assess that kind of situation, to address that kind of situation. One of the method is that you can straight away, if such, I think I have an example. Let me see if I can show you one here very quickly. Hold on, please. Let me quickly show you one here. I hope it's here. Okay. Aha.
Sir, so what is group manager, sir? Collection and group managers means collection and group managers is
Hold on, please hold on, please hold on. I want to show you something. Okay, so I will look at this. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yes, I can see.
Now, this is a paper that was scanned through Turnitin. And this paper is telling me that this person has 99%, meaning that the whole paper is telling me that the whole paper has been copied from somewhere. So now, unfortunately, that was not the case. The case is that the paper was scanned on a particular university subscription. So a copy of that paper has been stored in their repository.
Yeah.
So if you look at this place, because Turnitin will tell you the link where the paper is. So now it's telling me that the paper has been submitted to this particular place. So, and there's no other link. So that's to tell you that this paper is free of plagiarism.
No, change now. Good day.
Okay. Yeah.
So, because it's only, and when I asked the author told me that she actually submitted it to these people to help her to check, to help her to scan the article. So the only plagiarized text in this article now is just 1%.
That's what I'm saying. What I'm doing.
Okay. So all
Open
this,
down,
what this,
open. Both, there are
what
two
this,
keys. There are two keys. One is
Other people,
up,
please
one is
mute.
down.
so what this author need to do is that she need to inform whoever that did the scanning for her to delete that article from their system. Only then this will change to 1%.
Okay. Understand. Thank you, sir.
So that's the issue. Yes. You're welcome. So that is that. So thank you. I'm sorry for the issue on the network connection. I never knew it's going to be like this. So all the best, and see you again next week. Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, bye-bye. Thank you so much, sir,
Thank you,
for
sir.
wonderful class, wonderful session.
Thank you.